Our second guest tonight is a special talent and a local boy. From acting to making music, Woody Bradshaw has seen it and done it all. His recent anthem for the Blue Angels has recently gone viral, and he'll be giving us an exclusive performance at the end of the night. Please give a warm weekly show welcome to my friend, Woody Bradshaw. Woody, where do you call home now?
Well, it's kind of interesting because I was actually born in a little town next door to here called Pascagoula, which I'm sure everybody knows. And my parents are from a little town called Loosedale. So a lot of my heritage, my cousins live in Gulfport, another one's in Ocean Springs. And then we moved to Pensacola. And so that's where I call home, but I live in Nashville right now. That was complicated.
So you grew up on the Gulf Coast.
Yes.
And any stories stick out to you from being here?
Well, Mississippi, I mean, just being here, I want to talk about that a little bit because my grandparents had a little summer home in Gulfport. Mm-hmm. And so we used to come here. My cousins, I stayed with him last night. He's in Ocean Springs. And we'd go to their little summer home on the lake and eat ice cream, make homemade ice cream and watermelon. And so I love it down here.
So how did your music career start?
Well, I actually started as an actor. My brother was kind of the Elton John of the family, and I was much younger than him. And so I would just sing along, so no one knew I had really any talent because I was kind of an athlete. I played football and tennis. And then I became an actor. So I went to New York and had a career in that. And then as I grew older, I just started writing poetry, and I had all this musical influence from my brother and my mom. She was an English teacher, drama. And anyway, it just started pouring out of me, and everybody was like, "Who is this? Is this our son?" So it was kind of interesting.
Who would you say were your musical influences getting into the business? And are they the same now?
Well, like I said, I had my brother who turned me on to like great singer-songwriters, like James Taylor, Carole King, like the old school. Mm-hmm. And then my mom was like, she taught school, and she would take the Rolling Stone album, she would use it to teach. And so she turned me on to Chris Christopherson. So that's where my country bent came from. And then I love melody, and I found my own way. So I loved Chicago. I love those kind of bands too. And you kind of have the Peter Cetera thing going on a little bit there. I haven't heard that one ever. Keith Urban every day, but not Peter Cetera.
From the acting thing, any crazy stories from your time on the set there?
Yeah, actually, I have this is kind of funny because I got a big manager once I got on, and I thought, this is not me. I never even want to do a soap. But when I got on it, it was scary because it's like, the material's not as good, and it's on tape, and you got to learn it like that. So there's no, so you need a craft to do it. But at first I just judge what you see, but when I got on it, there was this guy that I shared a dressing room with. And anyway, and I thought, like, this guy's never going to go he wasn't even soap opera looking. And anyway, that turned out to be Bryan Cranston from Mad Men. And now he's like the new De Niro, you know? But he was awesome. He was we'd actually run into each other on the street. And he was always like a mentor, like on auditions, telling me, some tips.
It's cool when you got somebody like that who, especially a talent like that,
right,
to give you tips and stuff.
Yeah.
So you wrote an anthem for the Blue Angels.
Yes.
And that thing went crazy viral recently, didn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What made you want to come up with that song? What inspired you, I guess?
Well, like I said, I'm from Pensacola. That's home. And I wrote an anthem for the city first, and then somebody said, it'd be once. I'd like to use the Pensacola song as the anthem for Pensacola, to kind of make it official. And then I thought the next thing would be the Blue Angels, and I thought, but that's pretty daunting because, you got to be as big as they are in that song, like Danger Zone, for Top Gun. And anyway, and I just dabbled with it, and I thought I may even need a co-writer, but I came up with The Blues Are Back in Town, and it just wrote itself and got a great production. It introduced me back to my initial producer in LA, because I moved to New York to LA as an actor, found music in LA, and the guy who I did my initial demos with, he's now a big shot.
And you're going to be going to LA soon to record a new album, yeah?
And he's the same guy that produced The Blues is going to produce this album, along with a Nashville producer. So I'm excited. It's like a bi-coastal production. So
now, before we go, where can our viewers find your music? Do you have a Facebook page or a website, or what do you have social media-wise that they can go to find your music?
Yeah. If you would, please go to like my Facebook page, Woody Bradshaw. Type that in, like it, and then you can follow the journey. We're going to do a lot of social media with this album. This album's going to be a lot more personal. It's going to have stuff that some singer-songwriter when I was younger, stuff that I kind of wasn't in country genre, but it will fit completely in this new record. And this new record is going to have a lot of commercial country stuff too, but a song about my mom and dad that's called Till the Pieces Fit, and it's wonderful. But yeah, Woody Bradshaw, like the page, and we'll document it and follow my journey on there. And then also we've got some new merchandise on my website. It's www.woodybradshaw.com, and it's Woodstruck Productions, and we got some great merch. I need to give you some.
Oh, good deal. Thank you, Woody. Thank you for being with us for this whole month of shows, playing with us.
My pleasure.
We'll be right back.